Hello and welcome back to the channel. So this video is part of the Knife Throwing for Dummies series and also part of the target making series. So this is my old target face that I recently replaced with a newer one, and yes, my range is in shambles at the moment because I'm in the middle of spring cleaning. Now I'm going to use, or would like to use, my old target as a explanation target or a visual helper, visual aid to explain why I do the things I do, or my reasoning behind. So first of all, these are pressure fitted target. It means the top and bottom threaded rod pulls the two side frames together, and that tension locks or keeps the blocks from moving. Now, yes, that's the idea, except my blocks made from repurposed wood, dispatch pallets, skeleton frames, so they are not square, and with that the problem of the side tension is not enough. Sometimes there's an up and down movement as well, which I addressed or trying to remedy, as I explained in the previous video, with putting in a bottom and the top cross member and then using wedges to secure the blocks. Now, I am aware that some people put screws in the middle of each block from the back, so through the backboard. So this is the backboard of the target face, through that coming up into each and every one of those blocks. I don't like this idea for two reasons. One, as you can see, my backboard, this one's made out of 4 different pieces of material, so it would look like a Swiss cheese after a while, because I also repurpose or reuse my backboards. Because of the recycled material and because of my personality, I can't make two targets the same size, so they're always different size. The current one is at least 150 millimeter wider than the one that's on the floor right now, so they are different, so the backboards are always going to be different. And due to being financial constraints, I try to reuse the backboards wherever I can. Now and with that, of course, the problem is my material is always different size. So the blocks, so these one nice and square, what I have currently, they are more rectangular, different sizes, so I would never be able to hit the center all the time using the same backboard. Now, the other thing, the reason I don't like this screw idea, just get a poker. Now, because I don't like having a piece of metal hidden in the block. Now, the reason I don't like it, because okay, this target face has well past its use by date. I am aware of that. But have a look at this particular block here. So where is the block ends? Where is the next one finishes? I don't know. But what I'm touching here, that's the backboard. That's the backboard again. This is a huge chunk missing from here. Where is it? There's another chunk I can get to the backboard again. So that would mean I would be constantly worried if I use the target beyond its, I don't know, expected life expectancy, that I will hit a screw. Okay, and I don't like this idea. Now, the other thing I always talk about, just use new frame pieces. As you can tell, my frames are chewed up. Now, that's due to I put it down to two different reasons, or separate reasons. One is that my aim is not good enough to keep it always on the target face portion, and second, as you can tell, I have these squares painted on, and these are my aims. There used to be a square here, there used to be a square here. That's where I'm aiming. So I don't aim when there are dots. We're going up here on this row. So I aim at separate different part of the target. I don't aim at the bullseye all the time. So yes, there are strays. I see the half of huge chunk missing here. So a new frame is, I think it's validated by this. Okay, now the other thing I would like to show, and this is tight at the moment. I'm just going to put a spanner on here and undo the tension, because like when I made a few weeks ago, I don't know, a few months ago, when I made a video on repairing targets, and I said that you need to change your mentality. If you want to repair a target, don't think about replacing the worn blocks. Sorry, I'm just going to move around to the other side. Think about reusing the non-worn blocks, because as soon as I remove this tension, which I'm just doing at the moment, quickly, and one hand is not always working out, so sorry about that. Almost there. Almost there. There we go. So the tension is removed from the top. And then we go back to the bottom. So remove the tension here. Right, so now the tension removed from the frames. And as I move the frames away, sorry, I have to put down the camera, give it a little tap. Perfect. Right, now, perfectly showing. I mean, yes, okay, the block was chewed up, but it basically falls to pieces. All these blocks, they're falling to pieces. I need more. Need to remove more tension. Sorry, I have to put the camera down again. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now. So I created a bit of a gap. So if I move the blocks apart, see, oops, here's this, it falls to pieces. So suddenly it's really hard to tell. This block looked okay. This here looks okay while under tension. Move it apart, sorry, move it away, it will fall to pieces. So it is really hard to establish which block is usable, so where is the damage ends. It's easier to pull the target apart and individually, like this one, inspect the blocks. As it looks good, yep, it's still okay, still in one piece. Now the other thing you will see is what I call mushrooming. At the moment these edges are nice and parallel. Now I will try to find a block that's not too bad. Yeah, this one still in place, but if you look down, the top is being opened up. So when you try to sit this block against this block, it's not going to sit nice and square. So you will have, okay, don't worry about the chewed up piece. I'll probably have to find a better looking one. This one. Okay, again. So they're not going to sit nicely together. They're not going to nest nicely together. So when you put the frames on, try to squeeze them up, there will be excess gaps. And with recycled material there are already gaps. So it is easier to find the usable blocks and discard the unusables. So yeah, this is it. This is the two things I wanted to show you guys. Why I don't like the screws in each and every block, and why I think you have to change the mindset. Find the reusable blocks, don't find the bad blocks, and then reuse the good blocks, don't replace the bad blocks, because under pressure everything seems fine. There's another block that would be, yeah, this is the other one. Here we go. Right, this is also here we go. That's perfect. All these little breakaway pieces, they will not allow this block to sit nice and neat. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. And then from the front, so all these need to be shaved down or whatever. It's easier to discard this block. Even if you turn it around, you have to get rid of all these mushroom pieces, or mushroomed out pieces. They're not mushrooms, but so yeah, easier to discard and start again. Right, I think this will go and be repurposed something else, but it won't be a target ever again. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm kind of hoping it helps some people, or helps making my message clear of why I do the things I do. Yeah, other than that, thanks for watching.